Kathy, thanks very much indeed. Well, of course, Chavez's opponents hope that the scheduled strikes will push Venezuela's president out of office, or at least force him to call early elections. But analysts say that a lack of a credible replacement means that the strikes will only have a limited impact.
One of the problems is the opposition is very divided. The only thing they agree on is that they would like to see rid of their current president. But beyond that, they disagree on tactics. They don't really have a proper program for what they do when they take over. The country needs a leader who could come in and bring the country together again. And unfortunately, that leader, we don't see him or her emerging just yet.
Oil workers in the Venezuelan oil sector, which is central to the country's economy, are not expected to take part in this strike. Joining me now, though, from the Venezuelan capital, Caracas, is journalist Adrian Criscaut. Adrian, welcome to the program. Thanks very much for joining us. First of all, can you tell us, these strikes, are they underway yet? And how much of Caracas has been shut down so far?
Yes, good morning, Liz. Well, yes, as you said, today is the third general strike in less than 10 months that the government of President Hugo Chavez faces. The streets of Caracas are partially being used. There's a lot of people. That's about 70% of the strike has been taken into effect, Liz.
Obviously, the aim is to force some sort of reaction from the president, Hugo Chavez. Do you think that they will be successful in that?
Can you repeat the question, please?
The aim, obviously, for these strikes is to force some sort of action from Hugo Chavez, either for him to step down or have early elections. Do you think these strikes will be successful in that?
No, well, the president has rejected every single demand coming from the opposition or from the strike organizers, which include a business association that controls over 70% of Venezuela's gross domestic product. But no, Mr. Hugo Chavez, he rejects any type of demands to resign or to go into an advanced elections, Liz.
Part of the problem we've been hearing from analysts is that there's nobody really to replace him. Is that a fair comment?
Yes, the opposition, as I said previously, is very divided. At this moment, there isn't one person that can take the opposition and challenge President Hugo Chavez, Liz.
Okay, we've obviously previously there's been violence in terms of some of these demonstrations and some of these strikes. Is there worries that there may well be violence this time around, or does it seem to be a fairly peaceful protest?
This seems to be a fairly peaceful protest. Nevertheless, there is National Guards on the street protecting all those establishments that have closed and that have attained to the general strike, Liz. But no, pretty much the outlook of this strike most likely will be very pacific.
All right, Adrian, thanks very much for joining us. Adrian Criscaut from the Venezuelan capital, Caracas. Coming up on Business International, we go live to the New York Stock Exchange for a preview of the U.S. trading day with Maggie Lake. That's next here on CNN. Stay with us.